Hi, I'm Tommy Deal. I'm Cooperative Baptist Fellowship's U.S. Coordinator for Disaster Response. In addition, I am the Disaster Response Coordinator for CBF of Georgia. Previously, I was Associate Coordinator of CBF of Florida, leading the disaster response efforts in Florida, as well as responding with CBF to Mississippi after Katrina. I am proud to say that I'm a native Virginian, born and raised in Chesapeake, went to Virginia colleges, served Mount Hermon Baptist Church in Danville for 11 years. I'm a police chaplain currently in Dalton, Georgia, and previously in Orlando, Florida, and have been a firefighter and a first responder. I mention this to tell you how I see that God has brought my two passions, ministry and emergency response, together now in our fellowship's disaster response. A question that I'm often given is, how does CBF deal with disasters? CBF, first and foremost, seeks to come alongside its churches and its constituents as they serve and as they reach out to others and as they survive. CBF disaster response strength is not in being first in, but being the last ones to leave. CBF disaster response seeks to work through its state and regional leadership as it reaches out to its churches to determine what resources are needed. Once needed, resources have been determined, whether they be people and labor, equipment, tangible items, money, etc. We use all available resources to communicate the needs and coordinate the collection and distribution of same. CBF's disaster response goal is to come alongside of the local church and resource it as it is Christ-like to its community. You may ask, is it important to have a resource or connection in a disaster area? We have found that we have a better ability to positively impact an area in which a CBF church is located near the area. This allows us to represent that church to its community and not CBF. A local church, its pastor and people are already established in the community and can be key in connections necessary for positive impact. If CBF has little to no constituents in an affected area, CBF Disaster Response reaches out to its vast network of partners of other national response organizations to see how we can assist. You may ask, how do you deal with mission groups that want to go? Well, before we encourage any deployment of personnel, we want to assure that their offer of help is needed in the area and that they will be received. We want to assure provisions have been made for their arrival and their stay. Volunteer management is set up, housing and feeding is taken care of, and job delegation is secured. If CBF disaster response does not have a direct connection in the locale, i.e. a local church or CBF representative on site, then we will connect them with a national partner. Many churches ask, Tommy, what if there is a disaster where I live? How can CBF help my church's community? CBF Disaster Response is ready to come alongside of your church at the invitation of church leadership and or state regional leadership. We will always offer assistance and all the resources available to us. If a church has been directly impacted by the event, they may need outside assistance to coordinate the vast array of offers of help while they themselves begin to rebuild. We will be glad to help with that. What should we do to be prepared in the unlikely event of a disaster? Churches begin to ask. Well, that's a very good question, because the question for every church is not if, but when. Every church should prepare for the what-if events that can occur, whether it be clergy misconduct, an irate or dangerous visitor to the church, fire, tornado, church trip accidents, economic downturn, or national catastrophic event. We'll have a plan. We offer one resource that's available on the Disaster Response Mission Community entitled Preparing Your Church for the Unexpected. It's a resource to help you begin to plan, to see what you have, to do some asset mapping, and to see what resources you have among your people and your community. It's available again, as I said, on our disaster response mission community. That web address is http://disaster/resources. Another resource that is available by link there on our mission community has just been produced by FEMA and the White House, entitled Guidebook, Developing Emergency Operation Plans for Houses of Worship. I encourage you again to go to our mission community website, missioncommunities.org/disaster/resources. And also, I am available to assist you and your church to begin to think about how you should prepare and how you can plan to be part of our response. As you begin to formulate your plans, you may ask, who should you introduce yourselves to locally before a disaster strikes? Well, have a church-designated leader get to know your city or county emergency management leadership. Offer your church's participation in the locality's plans. Inquire about your locality's CERT program. CERT stands for Community Emergency Response Team. This is a group of community volunteers who are trained in basic emergency operations. And find out how you can be involved, how you can be trained, how you can be part of their team. As a community of faith, in your community, I encourage you to be proactive rather than reactive. Again, Cooperative Baptist Fellowship Disaster Response is here to be with you in time of need. Thank you.